Alrighty, YouTube, Niner Empire, what is going down? Welcome back to another video. So NFL Rumors on Twitter just put out a tweet today that said teams are hesitant that called about 49ers Brandon Aiyuk to take on the large contract. So basically, in other words, teams are hesitant in pulling the trigger and offering the 49ers a package for Brandon Aiyuk because of the contract that will come with getting Brandon Aiyuk. And I got to say, I mean, I'm not surprised. It's going to be very tough. I said this yesterday when talking about the Deebo Samuel trade, but it's going to be tough for the 49ers to trade Brandon Aiyuk. And a lot of it has to do with the contract that team would be taking on. So I'm not surprised that there could be teams out there that might be hesitant on offering the 49ers something that they would probably accept for Brandon Aiyuk. Because at the end of the day, Brandon Aiyuk is coming. He's going to be coming off of a horrible knee injury, a knee injury that is more severe than just a torn ACL. He's coming off of an injury that is likely going to put him out majority of next season as well. And the craziest thing about it is the knee injury happened like week 6 or week 7 when they played the Chiefs. So it was before the second half of the season when he suffered this knee injury. But due to how severe the knee injury is, hence to why he's going to be out for majority of next season as well. So, I mean, I don't know. I think when it comes to Brandon Aiyuk, I mean, the biggest concern is how he will be after coming back from this injury. And I would like to think that Brandon Aiyuk is going to be fine. I would like to think that he's going to come back and be the same player, if not better. But, I mean, you never know with very significant knee injuries like the one Brandon Aiyuk suffered. So I've said in past videos as well that Brandon Aiyuk's timeline on when he might return will speak volumes about his work ethic and how much he truly cares. I think we're going to learn a lot about Brandon Aiyuk's work ethic, his character, when he's rehabbing from this injury. So I don't know, man. It's going to be tough for the 49ers to get a trade done for Brandon Aiyuk, but I'll tell you this much. If they get something that they feel is a good enough return for Brandon Aiyuk, they're going to accept the trade. They're open to trading Brandon Aiyuk for the right price. And if they can get a second-round pick and maybe a fourth or 2/3 for Brandon Aiyuk or something along those lines, they're going to deal him. They're going to trade him away. I think it's clear the direction that this team wants to go. I think it's clear that, the 49ers are changing things. They're going to be more hard-lined this offseason. And I think they really want to get rid of players that are on massive contracts, that are injury-prone, and players that can be distractions. And Brandon Aiyuk is in a way a distraction. I mean, obviously the contract saga all offseason long was like in the headlines every single day. He made matters worse by hanging out with Jaden Daniels throughout the offseason and going on podcasts with Jaden Daniels and things of that nature. And he just made it more. He made it more than what it needed to be. And I think it irritated the 49ers. There are some people within the organization allegedly that are not thrilled about Brandon Aiyuk's contract, especially knowing that he tore his ACL. So I think the 49ers are just trying to send a message like, hey, we're changing stuff. We're going to be a more hardline team. We're not going to be keeping players that are on bigger contracts that aren't producing or that are getting injured and things like that. I think the 49ers want to get younger, hence why they traded Deebo. Deebo's 28 years old. A lot of people think that he's still in his prime and things like that. I don't think he's in his prime. He's an older 28 years old. He's taken a lot of hits. He's been one of the more physical players in the last 5 to 6 years in the entire NFL. And that clearly shows, and you can see that in certain players throughout the NFL. They might be younger number wise, but their bodies are older, and that's the thing with Deebo Samuel. He's an older 28-year-old wide receiver in the NFL, and it's simply because of the way he plays. Brandon Aiyuk, I don't know. I mean, Brandon Ayuk's 25 years old, but who knows how he'll be. He's 26 years old. But who knows how he'll be when he comes back from this injury? Who knows if he's going to look 26 years old? I think the 49ers are really wanting to figure out, number one, how long it's going to take for Brandon Aiyuk to recover from this injury. And number two, if there are any teams out there that are going to be willing to give up a significant enough package that the 49ers will be, fine with and willing to deal Brandon Aiyuk in. So, however, though, again, the report coming from NFL Rumors on Twitter, there are teams that are hesitant in trading for Brandon Aiyuk because of the contract that will come with the trade. So not surprising whatsoever. But, I mean, again, knowing that Deebo's out, everybody's kind of shifting their focus to Brandon Aiyuk as the next potential domino to fall with the 49ers in a potential trade. So, again, I think he's on the roster next year. Now, I will say this, depending on how next season goes, depending on how he looks when he comes back from the injury and things of that nature, I think he could still be a trade candidate in the 2026 offseason. I think we could, be talking about this trade with Brandon Aiyuk a year from now. I just think that the 49ers are really, really, I don't think they're necessarily regretting. I mean, I'm sure some people within the organization are regretting giving him as big as a contract as they did. And I don't think the 49ers regret keeping him around and extending him. It's more so the numbers of the contract and how much that they did give him to remain in San Francisco. And obviously now he blows out his knee, and now the 49ers are like, damn, like we probably should have traded him when we had the chance to. So not surprising that the 49ers are willing to trade Brandon Aiyuk for the right price, but it's also not surprising that there are teams out there that are hesitant to trade for Brandon Aiyuk because of the contract. Nobody knows how he's going to be when he returns from this knee injury. So going to be a situation to monitor. Let me know what you guys think of this report in the comments down below. As always, go Niners. I'll see you guys in the next one.